I'ma get it by myself. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day-to-day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold, I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this rhymes, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It was the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two. It got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. It's Grant, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
And that'll set him back 5. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, Those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 42-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
95, Mike. 195. Let him know.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set, hut. 1800. Switch up.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They will run with Grant. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Mark, boy, 56. Check, 56. You ain't a set.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Bell.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Mike 3. Combo. Down to lose 1. Mike 3.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. And Dwayne Allen on the grab. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
On second down, it's Bell. Bell first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Bell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down now, it's Bell. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Drop deep, drop deep. Single. Watch number 29. Hey, tight.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Grant. hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On second down, it's Bell, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
On third down, here's Bell, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
First down, a run with Cohen. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 39-yard line.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On second down now, it's Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson rolling to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 61, 58, come on. Cover. 58, boy, 58, 58. Go, go. Hey, watch the slam. Watch the slam. Check 24, check 24. Go. I got him, ready, go.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Intended that time for Cooper, and that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
58, 58 for Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check, check. Go.
Now Jackson throwing again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Jackson. Cooper's got it. 19 yards that time for number 19. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Bell, and unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
To throw is Darnold. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. They'll give this to Bell running right. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, it's Bell. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Here's Darnold. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. They'll run on 1st down. Grant. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Letting one fly deep for... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Amari Cooper. 47 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 36-yard line.
It's at 56. Mike's 50. Yep. Watch the twist. Jack.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
You got tape. You got tape right there.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one goes for 30 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go, Sack. 56. Mike's 56. Hey, let's get ready. Mike 56. Five. Ready. Here we go.
Here's Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third and 7.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Man, 80. Mike 56. Mike's 56. Danny.
Again, Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, it's Grant. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
95 to save. No, check his Mike.
Operating from the gun. Jackson being chased out left. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it second and 12.
He's coming.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Grant. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They go back to Grant. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, it's Grant. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Bill O'Brien, an offensive mind, and he's going to trust his offense here. They're going for it on 4th. And the Lone Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And They are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.